My favorite current new narrative is basically take like me and Big Deal. When me and Big Deal do content together, what am I really doing? I'm paying him to do an interview so that he will essentially smear T-Rel. That's how I was doing battle at that time.
You know what he's going to do.
A lot of people have suggested that the evil genius mind of Wack 100 said, here's Luce Cannon. He's not necessarily with it enough to realize the play that I'm going to do, but I'm going to befriend this guy who used to be super close to Big U. I'm going to take Luce Cannon. I'm going to elevate him. I'm going to bring him onto podcasts like No Jumper, and then I'm going to basically allow him to say things that will be bad for Big U, whether criminally, whether how he's viewed in the streets, etc. I do believe that you're capable of that sort of espionage.
Okay, so there's a little truth in that, and there's a lot of bullshit in that. Okay, so
and intent is different than how it actually played out.
So, of course, Luce Cannon's approach was Big U, right? Wack, what up? Whoa, 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 man, that nigga Big U, nigga, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, is that right? That's what's going on. All right, so I sit back, I watched him. So he called. He like, hey, bro, and I'm gonna make you remember this. I got a TV show coming out. Can you help me promote it? Right? Now, if you think about it, after I brought him up here, I personally sent him to academics. Ack said it. You didn't hear what Ack said it? He said you lied me up. He said you lied me up and said you was coming with him.
Nobody even had to tell me. As soon as I saw Luce on academics, I thought, oh, that's a Wack play.
That's a Wack.
That's a Wack play.
But I told Ack I'm coming.
Yeah.
Right? I said, Luce. He's like, yeah.
And then you didn't.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
So I told, now, I think this is what he broke the Meek Mill. I don't know. I'm thinking he going up there to talk about the show. And I believe he talked about the show, but they just spun into some other shit.
I mean,
right?
Ack's going to figure out what the good shit is. And I think when he told me about allegedly extorting Rick Ross and Meek Mill in the club and everything, I was more just like blown away, just confused.
You didn't believe that shit, did you?
No, at that time, no, not at all. Ack really seized upon that and like went into way more detail about it and kind of went with it.
He was beefing with Meek.
Yeah.
Ack and Meek was at it. So this is how I knew it was cap, right?
Cheek Millie called
Listen, so it's a dude over there, no matter what has ever happened with me or Meek, whatever. It's a dude over there I always love and respect.
A chaser?
No, his name is Tiffy Bay. Yeah, he's a chaser.
Okay.
He's a chaser. Tiffy Bay. Tiffy Bay been home maybe about 6-8 months or whatever. Even when the bullshit going on, when I land in Philly, Tiffy Bay see me, he come over there and embrace me as a brother. It be bullshit going, but me and him, we got our brotherhood, right? Tiffy Bay with me. Listen, this is a fact. Tell me you robbed Meek and shot Tiffy Bay 20 times and he dead, and I might believe it because you got to kill Tiffy.
You're saying Tiffy ain't laying down.
Tiffy ain't laying down for nobody. He ain't laying down for nobody, right? So now on top of that is 10, 15 other Philly dudes with him, right? This is what I believe. I believe Luce might have been at the club because this is how he knew who was in the club, right? Or somebody told him who was in the club. So what Luce would do, he'll take some shit he may have saw, some stories people may have told him, and then he'll insert himself. And then he'll tell the story. But if you hear the true story, you always catch 2 or 3 things that's like, no, he said it was that, but it was really that. Come on, bro. You really think, do you really think? Look, I don't really fuck with Meek like that, right? Meek is not taking his jury off. And his security is not stepping away.
Right. Yeah.
To hand it to a dude.
That was hard to believe, yeah.
Right? Let me explain to you why Big U wouldn't allow that to happen. One reason. They're all Muslim. See, when you talking to me about certain shit, I understand the overall politics. They're all Muslim, and they're from Philly. It's real brothers. You've talked to one when Nick was here on the phone when I called him. That are our go-to for our big business that are real Muslim. who no Muslim could allow that to happen to a Muslim. They serious about that. TV, all them dudes is, I don't know if Meek is or not, but it don't matter what Meek is. Those other brothers are with Meek. So Big U is not going to send his homies at the Muslims. He's a Muslim. It's not going to happen.
I assume, and I assume a lot of people out there are assuming that there's some sizable portion of people saying that they're Muslim who absolutely do not have a problem with extorting or robbing some other Muslim.
Listen, I don't know the Muslims.
There's got to be a lot of that.
I'm telling you, the Muslims I know, and there's a lot of Muslims watching this, and I'm pretty sure you'll see in the comments, they're not going to allow or call a shot and send non-Muslims to harm a Muslim. It's not going to happen, bro.
Okay.
Straight up. You know, they got this thing, you know, I don't know to what limit, but like, let's say if you snitched or you did whatever, and you go to jail, you become Muslim.
Yeah.
You cleanse all that. From that day forward.
And see, that's why people think that people are being opportunistic when they become Muslim in prison.
I don't know. The Muslims I know that's their faith and they serious about it and they live by it.
But there's no other way that you can get out of jail free card on being labeled a snitch.
So let's get back to it. So from February to May, my job was to pump his reality show.
Okay.
Right? And I was pumping it as hard as I was pumping it because at that time the owners was telling me, Wack, if you can make this perform, we're going to give you a contract for 2-3 of your own shows. Right? I got all that on my phone, right?
I feel like Aaron the Plumber kind of like became what you were trying to turn Luce Cannon into. And I also think Aaron the Plumber borrowed some of the 4 Extra persona.
No, hold on. No, he watched
because it's basically like these guys are all playing a similar character of like, look how tough I am, I'll fade anybody, and I'm entertaining on camera.
And guess what else he does? He calls a person he don't know 38 times and start texting me crazy shit, and I bit. I'm like, bro, who the fuck? Because I don't, Adam, you know a lot of shit you'll say to me, I don't be knowing what you're talking about. You got to show me, like, these new sensation people popping up. I'm not down there seeing them as they sprouting up. By the time I hear about them, they've been around 9 months or something, right?
No.
So, and I'm going to keep it real. I did a great job because I started working on Luce February. By about summertime, I had Luce on fire. He was on fire. You never known me to go to these little ass podcasts. I did that for him. I didn't do that for me.